play of the game from way down.
True, silence. Rainer getting absolutely
A team wipe.
The living bomb's going.
Oh my goodness, the ring. Bob Stastinko gonna find Rainer.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. It's Season 8. I'm Aero and tonight I am joined by Repsychic and his blanket.
Yeah, I'm here. And welcome to Season 8. It's exciting to be here. Is this the first night? This is the first night, right?
This is the first night. So we're not technically the first cast. I think Bahamut had one at 8:30 and I think there might have been one at 8.
Okay.
But close. This was actually the first match that was scheduled. So there's that.
Excellent.
So Rec, we're gonna see a matchup between Nexus Cats and Phoenix Rising Amethyst. So a couple of Division D East teams, and we've seen some of these. Well, we've seen the Cats around. The Cats have been part of Division D, part of Division C. They're back in D now. They have done some off-season events. So gonna be interesting to see how they perform tonight, and some new names.
Tons
on this
of new names.
Amethyst team here.
Yeah, tons of new names. Definitely don't recognize any of these people, but guess what we're doing? We're hopping right in, baby.
We are. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and take a look at the maps. We're not going to bother with standings. Everybody's at 0 right now, but we'll show the maps real quick here. Season 8, the map bans and everything, map pool, exactly the same as Season 7. And so out of the Nexus Cats, we're going to see the bans on Tomb of the Spider Queen and Towers of Doom. They do not like those T names.
Nope.
And then out of Phoenix Rising Amethyst, we've got the bans on Sky Temple and Volskaya Foundry. And our first map tonight's going to be Battlefield of Eternity.
Yes. One of my favorites. Actually, might be my absolute favorite, Aero. I'd have to say personally.
What do you like about this map?
What do I like about this map? I think it's got a really fun objective. I like the idea of, two teams having to race and control a big guy, and just damaging him. While also trying to defend yours. I think that's a fun concept. I just like that a lot. It brings out also different heroes such as like Artanis. It brings out priority in things like Tyrande. You see a little more fun. You have a little more fun with the heroes that you can run around in here. And I really like that about this map.
Sure. Well, and I feel like overall it's a pretty balanced map too.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
It's hard to be imbalanced when literally everything is symmetrical. Camps on either side in the mid lane, quote unquote mid lane.
That's
Camps
true.
at the top and bottom. So it's really, and it provides you the opportunity to have a variety of different drafts, whether it's something that's more objective focused with more race, or whether it's more team fight focused. Just there's a huge amount of potential here.
Yeah, exactly. There's just so many ways to play it. It's a lot of fun.
So we are going to see here some, pretty standard map bans for BOE with the Sylvanas and Vala coming out from the Nexus Cats, and then Johanna so far from Phoenix Rising Amethyst. What do you think? What do you think maybe their next ban's going to be?
This next one, I could see honestly anything really. The first thing that came into my brain is Zul'jin, which isn't really a first ban or second ban for that. Okay, Artanis. All right, as the aforementioned Artanis.
I was gonna guess Artanis based on the fact that they banned out the Johanna.
Yeah, sure. Why not? They're going for two blinding characters, so you might as well believe that they're going full auto attack or something of that nature.
You might even see that Zul'jin you mentioned.
I might even see it. Yeah. Well, there's Jiminy Raynor, who I thought that Phoenix Rising Amethyst would take, but Kel'Thas is actually proven me wrong.
That's a pretty early pick on the Jimmy Raynor as well.
Yeah,
coming out first.
So it's fine. It doesn't necessarily show anything. It's showing, hey, I've got pretty standard damage.
And it's the good old America skin coming out from Jimmy.
That's true. That is very true. But on now Rising Phoenix, like a Phoenix, they've picked 2 fiery characters to start.
One of which has a Phoenix. Oh.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun season. I'm feeling it. They go with Kel'Thas and Blaze. Now, Blaze can be played as a main tank or as an offlaner. I think he's kind of made him more of a place in the tank, though.
So Li Ming, along the Rainer, is going to give them a lot of single target damage onto the Immortal. Whether if he takes Exterminator at level 1, that's I think 50% additional damage, and then 100% during Inspire to the Immortal. And Li Ming just has huge potential with Seeker, with Orb Build, all of that.
Oh yeah, big time. So not a whole lot of race coming out from Rising Phoenix. Amethyst. I'm so sorry. That is embarrassing. But Tyrande. Okay, I like that ban, actually. Like you said, there's a lot of single target damage coming out from Nexus Cats right now. So I think the Tyrande ban is actually insanely good because Tyrande amplifies that even further. So good pickup. Or takeout.
Takeout? Like Chinese?
Sure, if that helps.
So I do want to just welcome Key and Weenus to the chat. Looking forward to the stream getting all kinds of moist.
Morales gang. You found a soundboard.
Oh man, that's not a soundboard. That's my screaming goat.
Oh, you happen to have a screaming goat. Yes, you have 3 dogs and a goat.
And a chicken. Actually, I have a couple chickens.
And a chicken. You do. I have a chicken too, actually, from last BlizzCon in 2018.
There you go.
But I like this Hanzo pickup. I like the Stuki pickup. Yeah, I don't have too much to say about that. Hanzo's race is still, while it has been nerfed a while ago, is still pretty good. He still does a lot of damage to that ammo, so I'm not disappointed in that pick at all. And I think he pairs well with Blaze too, with the Dragon's Aero. But here comes that legendary, renowned Anduin that the Nexus Cats love so much.
Legendary. Let's go, Blaze. Says Barrel Ankrum? I don't even know. But it's gonna be a Muradin coming up, rounding out this team.
Oh, is this wait, is this Sledgehammer Muradin? If it is, I don't hate it.
It should be, right? It should be.
I don't hate it. I kind of love it. Oh, I really like that draft. That's so fun.
I think right now that the race potential goes over to the Cats with the Li Ming and Rainer.
Absolutely. I think
certainly
so too.
pre-7.
Absolutely pre-7 for sure. So the first, I mean, theoretically, if we're going purely no team fighting ever, I think Nexus Cats gets it first. But I really like the stuns on stuns on stuns on stuns on silence from Rising Phoenix Amethyst. I really like that.
Yeah, I mean I
really like that.
They've got the potential for 4 stuns there with the Dragon's Arrow. And,
yeah, I really like it.
Yeah. Oh, berries and cream. Got it. That makes sense. Thanks, Wono. Welcome, Megan, whichever. All right. Oop, I clicked on the core.
Oh, it's not just Megan. It's 420.
Noob mistakes. All right. Well, I'm on the left, so I'm going to go ahead and showcase our team on the left here, the Nexus Cats. We've got Turd Herder playing the Arthas. Arthanau on the Rainer. Lulu on Anduin, Mark Zombie on the Li Ming, and Shadowguard on the Leoric.
And on the right side is Phoenix Rising, not Rising Phoenix Amethyst. Phoenix Rising Amethyst. It's going to be Boom Nuzlocke on Muradin, Seus on Blaze, Yahtzee on Hanzo, Rewind on Kel'Thas, and Jurassic Monk on Stugov. Ooh, that's fun.
Yahtzee! Do the kids play Yahtzee anymore these days?
I haven't played that since I was like 6, I'm going to be honest. So I'm going to go with no.
Maybe I'm not then. All right, well, we do have Hanzo going into Redemption, so that's a little bit of a deviation from the standard build on this map, at least. Low Blow being picked up for the Stukov, so I think that's fine with the CCs that they've got. And it is Sledgehammer for Muradin.
Okay, cool. Well, Perfect Storm at 1, but I'm waiting for Sledgehammer at 4.
Yeah, I mean, of course, right? I mean, you go Perfect Storm, then you go Sledgehammer.
Yeah, I like it.
So Blaze getting kind of low up here versus the Leoric. Why is the game
No
just
surprise
pausing?
there,
Okay.
really.
Yeah, and he's actually losing that pretty hard. That wave clear from the Leoric doing work.
Yeah, I think Leoric wins that, generally speaking. Excuse me. Oh my goodness.
So a couple of notable talents here on the side of the Cats. So we do have Ace in the Hole, so going for that additional team fight damage there. Especially with the Arthas.
Oh, what is this? Consume vitality. Interesting. Uh-oh, actually, the only vitality being consumed right now would be Arthas's, as he gets mega low and gets finished off by the Living Bomb from Kael'thas. That's the first blood of our Season 8. Maybe not all together, but...
Indeed. Yeah, you know what? If this was the first blood of all of Season 8, that would be crazy, because that would mean that, like, other games were just at 0 for 45 minutes.
That's really true.
So I do want to look at a couple of other talents, though. So Eternal
go
Hunger going to be the case for the Arthas. So I'm interested to see how that goes for him. Kind of an interesting pickup. It allows him to get more single target damage, but at the expense of their CC, right? Because they don't get the opportunity to get that root.
Right.
We also have Bold Strategy for Anduin. Seems like a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it works out for them.
Good one.
And then, of course, Power Hunger for Li Ming.
All right, speaking... Yes, we've got Sledgehammer. Thank goodness. Yeah, Power Hungry, I guess that's fine for this. But I know it's less prioritized on this map in particular because of the lack of regen globes. At least during the objective phase of the game. But... the only ones that are really fascinating to me are Consume Vitality and, I guess, Redemption from Hanzo.
So right now, the Shaman Camp picked up by both teams here, and it looks like a full 5-man commitment from Amethyst, with Leoric instead coming up here to get to work on the Shaman Camp to slow things down in the top lane. But halftime already picked up and is in favor of Amethyst. We're going to see the rotation in from the Cats. A big stun onto 3 from that Immortal. And Jet Propulsion used along with the Pyromania. But so far, no deaths here.
No, but Muradin getting very low there, and he's going to have to back out, going to leap out. Oh! Except Li Ming says no, and Jimmy says no to Blaze too. Oh, wow. Suddenly, these health bars went from looking pretty good to pretty not good.
And that's going to send Rewind back to heal up and get mana. Looks like Li Ming and Raynor, the race, gonna go back and get onto their Immortal to keep that moving forward here, and that evens them out now, as the Arthas Leoric trying to hold the line, so to speak.
Yeah, I like that positioning from Leoric, just keeping an eye on things in that bush on the bottom right there, and you know, with that big skeletal swing, he can kind of hit everybody with it if he does it right.
So we're going to see this going into the top lane. Level 7's coming up soon. Hanzo sitting at 6 stacks of Redemption. Has a bit to go there for that. New Habits at 5. And Mana Addict sitting at 9. On the other side, 6 stacks here for the Eternal Hunger, or the Arthas. And there's level 7 for the Nexus Cats.
Oh no, a big brute coming out on top of Murd, and Boom Nuzlocke getting mega low, and Jimmy once again finishes him down. Off, excuse me, not down. This might actually be a fort if they're not careful, but they're getting nice damage onto the MO. Oh, actually, no, I take it back. I say this is a fort. Uh-oh.
All right. Let's come back to our pretty faces. Hey! It would appear that the turd has been flushed.
Good one.
I almost hated that one.
I see Wono is here, enjoying his retirement. I said the same thing, Wono. This sounds very familiar. And then, right when I thought I was out, Aero pulls me back in. So, oof.
Indeed. So, Rec, what are you drinking tonight, buddy?
So, I didn't have any hot chocolate, so I went with an Imperial Stout inspired by Mexican hot chocolate. It is an alcoholic beverage. I don't plan on getting lit up at all, but It tastes funny. I like it. It's not bad by any means. I can feel the coffee and chocolate flavors of it. But yeah, it's not bad.
Right on.
It's alright.
I
got it.
Over just before Thanksgiving, I was like, let's go get some booze.
Oh,
I
okay.
cannot do beer. I didn't want to just
Right.
get shots, so I got some hard cider. So I
There you go.
picked up some Angry Orchard. So
There you go. Yeah, nice and simple. That's one of my go-tos. I'm not gonna lie.
Now,
Very good
Rec,
stuff. Yes.
you know how often I drink, which is to say it's pretty much never.
Me too.
So I found out, unfortunately, I don't have a bottle opener.
Oh no.
I got home and I'm like, yeah, this is great. This is awesome. Son of a... Yeah.
Yeah. Can't relate. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
So consequently, my bottle opener,
Uh-huh.
a butter knife.
All right then. You know what? Modern problems require modern solutions.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it looks like Turd is back.
Hey, we get to go
It
back.
looks like the toilet regurgitated. It was clogged.
Oh, I can't. All right. Looks like we're coming back. Here we go.
Cool. All right, back in the game, baby.
All right, so let me pop those back up. So we do have Muradin going into the Give Him the Axe, of course. Turd Herder getting pulled out there by the Leap of Faith. Now, we recently saw a game of with Lulu and those Leap of Faiths where it was just absolutely clutch. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. And we have another one.
Oh, but a different person.
This time it's Arthanau. I don't have any good Arthanau puns. I don't think I can come up with anything good. You got anything, Rex?
See Artha later instead of now.
There you go. There you
It's
go.
like, all right, that one's all right.
Yeah.
Even I didn't like that one. But here, you know what? I have my Lucy pillow. We're going to get nice and sleepy.
Lucy Pillow.
Oh, look at the back too. I don't know. I usually show off the front. The back actually has his name on it. You know the like graffiti spray. He has a graffiti spray kind of in Overwatch. So, and that's kind of like the spray. That's what it does. So
Gotcha.
it doesn't. It's just. Oh, we're back already. Oh,
We are back. It's okay. All right, so Towns, we did see Give Him the Axe, which makes a ton of sense. We've got slows out of Muradin and stuns. We've got the stuns, slows with Kael'thas and Stukov. And also, I mean, a big combustion could add a whole lot of auto attack damage there as well. So, looking forward to seeing
so,
how much
too.
Muradin can bring to the pain train.
I hope a lot. There's something about Muradin that I really like. He's kind of just simple. He's like not simple in the sense of that any player can make, anyone can play him. That it's just he's simple. Like it's simple to understand. You know.
Right. Yeah. I don't feel like Muradin is one where you have to sit there and go, all right, now if I take this talent and pair it with that and couple it with this, and you have 5 hours of if-then statements for strategy, I don't feel like that's a Muradin thing.
No, not really. You can kind of pick anything. And it's fine.
Oh, big arcane orb there, max range, and with that root getting some additional damage there onto good old Stooky.
Stuki, but it is Stuki. He just heals it right back up. In fact, he tapped as a result. They're gonna go ahead and start the immo.
So,
Uh-oh.
Mark Zombie on the Li Ming there.
I don't even know what happened. He just disappeared. I guess it was Muradin, if I had to guess.
I mean, there was a lot of it. There was some Kael'thas damage, some stuns there, but basically they went in 2v5, and I was actually about to mention that Li Ming took Calamity, so she's gonna be more engaged in these team fights, much like Raynor taking Ace in the hole. But that is a full immortal.
Very full. Just about full. Like 99%.
Yes.
Nexus Cats did get their camp out in time. I guess that'll help for like a little bit of front damage, but
yeah, it helps them get
that, it's not gonna,
It helped them get to level 10. That's what it did.
Yeah.
So, Okay, so we've got Rainer's Raider, we've got the Entomb, we've got Army of the Dead, we have Wave of Force, and we have Salvation. And I feel like Salvation is a bold pick into a team of 5 potential stuns and silences. And Arthas going to get blown up there somewhat literally with the Kael'thas. But Hanzo is getting beat up here by
I didn't love
Rainer.
that leap from Murden either there. Oh, he went kind of downward. He's going to have to pop Avatar as a result of that, but he's doing all right. Oh, no, he's not. He's getting pretty low. He's going to have to leave. No. Jimmy still says no.
Yeah, and I think that was what Muradin was trying to do, was get in the face of Rainer so that Hanzo couldn't die, but ultimately it didn't matter. I mean, Jimmy's got some pretty good range and didn't, just needed one more hit onto the Hanzo.
All right, let's talk heroics. Did we talk heroics? I don't know.
We talked about the cats. Why don't you talk about Amethyst?
All right, let's talk about our friends over at Phoenix Rising, not Rising. I don't know, that's going to take a minute, but Avatar we saw there. You were correct. It is combustion, and actually Pyromania was just complete at 9:10 into the game. That's pretty fine. I think that's all right. Dragon Strike. I don't know about that one, but Phoenix and Massive Shove. Okay, cool.
So I wouldn't have thought it would be Dragon Strike, but I don't see it being necessarily a bad decision either, because we've got the combustion. That's a lot of slow. We have a lot of stuns, so I mean, there's a lot of corridors. And a lot of corridors. Yeah, there's a lot of potential value out of that.
Yeah, all right. I don't hate it, but I think I would have gone Aero. That's bad.
Well, Rek, as an official Aero, I would say you always go Aero.
Right, my IRL friend.
Blaze is rotating down here as Nexus Cat's almost to level 13. And we're so far here even in structures. One in the bot lane, down on the side of Nexus Cats. The Bruiser camp is not available here, the Shaman camp, for the Nexus Cats. Well, really for either side. And one down for Amethyst in the top.
Oh, I like that shove into the corner, but unfortunately that is a Leorc, so he's just gonna kind of waltz on out.
So the camp's picked up here in the top lane. That's going to give a little bit of pressure, but not a whole lot. The Immortals are up. Let's zoom out so that we can see both sides. It looks like the Cats may be coming in here. Murden getting the stun onto the Li Ming, and Combustion coming out is only going to hit the 2. But there goes the Salvation. And that's going to be a kill onto the Blaze. And Murden jumping in, perhaps a little bit aggressively.
Yeah. Well, you wanted to know how Salvation would work out, and there it was. Actually, there's going to be a double root onto both Rewind and Yahtzee. Are they going to get away? I don't know. Lee says though, but actually, they kind of almost turned it around on him there with the sharpened arrow hits from Hanzo.
Well, Rek, let me tell you that Salvation is a great pick if nobody ever stops you.
Big thinking brain. Yeah,
Leoric is getting the bomb a little bit late on the silence, and so Leoric is able to Wraithwalk out of danger. Level 13 is now available for both sides, and it looks like the Cats are going to head over and work on their Shaman camp, maybe? Leoric's just going to back. Because the Immortals are in the defensive position, this gives a lot of value. Now, both teams do have occasional pressure in those opposing lanes, so it's an equal fight. There's the Leap of Faith onto Turd Herder. Arthas using his Death Coil to heal himself up a bit there. The Shaman camp picked up, and here comes Dragon Strike, and that's going to cause Turd Herder to have to back away and split up the team a bit.
Yeah, he did use Army there, and he's popping it out. Murden actually in a bit of a rough spot, but actually Stukov in the Entomb who gets killed first. Blaze in a bit of a weird area too, and Salvation used to block all of that combustion, well, most of that combustion damage, and it looks like Boom Nuzlocke is going to attempt to finish off the Immo, but doesn't, because Li Ming says, hey, you jumped in, I'm gonna kill you now.
Yep, and that is the power of Li Ming. She has no mana because she just helped to obliterate 4 heroes.
Yeah. Oh well.
And Hanzo's sitting back now at 4 stacks of Redemption. We do have the completion on Mana Addict, though, so Kael'Thas does have a shield.
That's true. You know, those Redemption, it feels great when you have it. It really does. Because you get that full one basic attack per second. But once you lose that, ugh, it kind of throws you off a bit.
So Blaze heading up as the Cats are 16. And Blaze is doing what they can to try to catch up in the XP here.
I don't hate that.
There's still a whole level to go though, and so, you know, this is a healthy Immortal. It's still full health. It lost its shield.
Yeah, I think Blaze takes the loss and just accepts maybe that this is a keep, unless the rest of Phoenix Rising can actually finish it off.
Yeah, there's the Entomb.
Yeah.
And that's gonna lock down both the Stukov and I guess Muradin there, and both of those heroes are gonna be taken out. And you know, it's funny. I was about to mention that the Cats were pretty conservatively positioned for what they were doing with the Immortal, and then suddenly Leoric sets it up, and they all said, "Oh, look, gangbusters, let's go!"
Right.
So they, you know, were patiently waiting for their moment. Now Blaze.
Now, Blaze, on the other hand, about to get pounced on by 3, 4, 5 members of Nexus Cats. I don't think he's getting out anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't think so either. He did a good job of juking all the Li Ming damage, but you know, if you dodge one hero and the other 4 catch you, then you still die.
Then there's kind of, yeah, there's not much else to do.
So camps picked up here, both teams. We've got the Siege camp being picked up as they were standing right on top of it there by the Cats. And Amethyst gonna grab their Shaman camp. So they were unable to pick that up during the Immortal phase, like the Cats were, to help with their push in the bot lane. So they're gonna instead make use of this now and see. Hopefully they can get some more damage onto this top lane. They have a little bit of time. It looks like they're going to go ahead and back up and clear up that bot lane before the Immortal coming, though. And we did get level 16s for Amethyst as well, so they are on even footing at this point.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's Ektar. Somehow I missed Ektar's good evening. Welcome, Ektar. Glad you could join us.
He does the same joke, Mr. of the Storm.
All right, so Immortal race already begun, but the stun going out onto Li Ming, and Muradin having to jump out does get out of the Entomb, but Stukov not quite so lucky. Huge Dragon Strike though, getting turret very low and falls to the Flame Strike, but not without getting the assistant kill onto the Hanzo. Muradin gonna fall next, and Blaze as well, and that's just up to Rewind to find 4 kills. Can he do it? It's not looking so good for our Kael'Thas.
I guess not. 5-1 in kills there for that team fight. Wow. You know, I really actually I liked the engage from Phoenix Rising, but I don't know what went wrong. What do you think went wrong?
Well, I think a big portion of it was just simply positioning. You know, Stukov was right up there in the front with both the Muradin and I think Blaze was up a little bit, and that left Stukov in a position to essentially be isolated. You know, if Muradin gets caught in an Entomb, he jumps out of it, which is essentially what he did, although he jumped out before the Entomb came out. He saw the writing on the wall. Right. But Stukov doesn't have that option, and other than using his ultimate, he just has to stand there and take everything that they do. And with that in mind, I think that, you know, maybe Flailing Swipe would have been a better option as opposed to the Massive Shove. Because a Massive Shove, like, you can't even move the Leoric. The first time it works. The second time Leoric's like, okay, I'll just drop this, and then I'm just going to Wraith Walk, and you can't push me.
Right. Well, I have a spicy, maybe not. Oh, hello, Entomb. That's actually a level 20 Entomb, no less. This could be big damage onto both Stukov and Muradin, but they both get out, actually. The damage just wasn't quite there. And,
that's impressive.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because they should have both been dead there.
Uh-oh. Actually, Nexus Cats are the ones looking pretty low, but this might as well just be a keep. They've got pressure going down in the bottom lane too. Blaze is the one who has to respond to that, so it's a 4v5 right now in the top lane.
Yeah, Dragon Strike's gonna help get a little bit of damage there, zone them out while they can get a little bit on the Immortal, bring it into melee range here. They have to be very careful though, because Leoric's gonna have that Entomb back in just a few seconds. And they are stacking hard. An Entomb right there would have just ended the game.
Oh,
Entomb is back up and he's looking for it.
Oh, he's hunting.
Well, Blaze is out in the back, gets a massive combustion out onto Turd Herder. And that's going to be the death of Arthas, and the core now is taking some damage from this Immortal, but Nexus Cat's having to pull back.
Yeah, I mean, you took one loss there. I think that's the smart play. The Immo is about to die. You don't really have many waves coming. I mean, there's bottom wave was kind of coming in, but it would have taken a moment for it to get there. So I think you unfortunately have to pull off and just rethink your strategy a bit there.
Yeah, and that's a huge value play for Phoenix Rising, because that's going to give them the opportunity now to get up to 20 and be on equal footing. Not necessarily for structures. They're going to have to deal with the fact that they have catapults constantly in both lanes now.
Yeah, Nexus Cats can play very patiently now.
That being said, there's a lot of value that comes at level 20 for ultimately for both teams, but certainly for the Amethyst. They're going to have the combustion, which gives Blaze movement speed, and massive slow on to the enemy team. Even before... Oh, no. Oh, I thought that was going to be a 4-man Entomb. They've got Rewind for Murden. They've got the upgraded Dragon Strike, so he can get that Dragon Strike out there all the time. And Kael'thas now has additional range and cooldown reduction on his Flame Strike.
Yeah.
So a lot of big value level 20s here. There's the Silence Entomb onto the Stukov, and he just gets obliterated. Murden does try to go in, but I think he actually was silenced, so I don't think he could have done anything anyway.
No.
Jumps out with the Avatar here. That's going to be a second kill. Li Ming getting those resets. I think this is the end of the game. Rek, what do you think?
I think so too. Yeah, it's 3v5 right now. I think that's that. Unless this Hanzo can pull out a miracle with that Dragon Strike and Nexus Cats decide to stand in it, but he's not going to do that. He's dead, and Blaze looks like he's about to follow there. And let's get some good damage on the combustion, and actually Kael'thas is doing a lot of work.
No way, that Blaze combustion just set this up, and now Kael'thas is popping off. And he's got that range, but I think he's gone a little far. This is too much. Like, even if he gets this Arthas kill, that's exactly what I was going for. Is like, he's in danger. There's still other people. He's trying to 1v5. Now, he did get 2.
He did get 2, which is massively impressive, but Jimmy level 20 by the way.
Indeed, yeah, and that level 20, giving him that additional damage to heroes that are under 50%, well, not heroes, targets under 50% health.
Yeah.
And the haste, like, he just melts people. And I think Kael'thas just got a little bit too... He had that bloodthirst in his eyes, and just couldn't let that go. But you know what? They defended the core. The Immortal now burning very quickly, especially with that, oh, what's it called? Execute. I hate that his level 1 and his level 20 are so close.
But yeah, that's true. Nice and flipperinoed. But I think that's that.
Shield.
That should be it, right? Unless there's another wacky Kael'thas living bomb combustion thingy going on, because that was cool.
I mean, that was a fantastic play. But I don't think they can defend against a 22-minute Immortal at 100% shielding. I think that the Immortal by itself, if it was the other way, I think the Cats might be able to, because they have a lot of single target, you know, Immortal burn type damage, but I just don't feel that Phoenix Rising has that.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Army being popped there, and Stukov gonna send back the Leoric, so no silencing Entomb this time onto Stukov, although it was close. And there's that Entomb missing the Murden. Murden very low, though. Jet propulsion coming in. Here comes the combustion, but the Immortal is on the core, so we're just padding stats right now. 55% on the core. And they're working on it. They're going for it.
Yeah. Here it comes. No. Well, that's a victory for the Nexus Cats.
So 3 kills to 2 kills at the end. That was a really fantastic way to finish that game. You know, a really strong defense coming out from Phoenix Rising Amethyst. You know, and you know, they put on a good showing. They had a little bit of a bump, a little bit of a wave there at the around level 10 to 12 mark for them. You know, but a lot of that game was in the hands of the Nexus Cats, I feel like.
Yeah, for most of it. I think that they struggled a bit with ending, number 1, and number 2, just finding their stride, I suppose. Like I think they were a little too afraid when they really needed to be more aggressive. Like they would get objectives pretty handily, but I don't know. I felt like they didn't capitalize on using said like push. At least later on in the game, I think they did well in the beginning. It got a little shaky towards the middle. That being said, they won, so who cares, right?
Well, and you know what? I mean, the Entombs were just absolutely monstrous, and they locked down the Stukov. Even before level 20, they were such high value for their combination there. So I think, you know, depending on where our next map is, I wouldn't be surprised to see a Leoric ban. Because I feel like we talked about that bottom lane keep, and I feel like that was a moment where the I mentioned that they were, you know, playing very conservatively, or at least they were positioned conservatively, and then they, you know, went in, but they went in because they had the Leoric Tomb.
Yeah.
So we didn't really talk a whole lot about the level 20s of the Nexus Cats here. So we did obviously get that execute we talked about, but and of course Burial Alive, Legion of Northrend giving the additional time and additional ghouls there for the healing. Talrash's Elements, so the bigger damage coming out from Li Ming, and a Desperate Prayer from Anduin. So you know, I gotta say, like, Lulu's calling him out, saying, "Hey, you've got all of the CCs in the world, and I'm just gonna stand here, and you're not gonna do anything to me." And that's essentially what happened. Like, they didn't have. Did Anduin even die? Let's look. I don't think so. Oh yeah, twice.
Yeah, twice.
That's right.
Jimmy did not.
Jimmy did not. Arthanau coming in big with the numbers there. 11 kills, 14 assists, 0 deaths.
Yeah, he played extremely well. Definitely the MVP of that game.
All right, well, you know what? Let's update the score.
Sounds
Give
good to
that
me.
point over to the Nexus Cats. So, welcome everybody. Also, let's see. So we had Berry Cream and also Mary Queen of Scott. Not Scotland, just
Okay,
Scott.
I was gonna say.
With the follows earlier today. So thanks
Nice.
for being a part of the group here. Looks like we're gonna go to Alterac Pass.
That's weird. I didn't get any follows. Huh? I'm kidding. I never stream.
Let's see who picked.
I see Kael'thas and Leoric bans coming next game. Yeah.
You know what? I mean, on a map like
Yeah.
this, 100%. Both of those.
Yeah, I see it. I see it too.
Jimmy did get stunned by the Immortal, even though the enemy team was dead, says Hung Fu. That is true. That did happen. That did happen. Everybody was dead. He killed Kael'thas. He went down, was burning down that Immortal, took a sip of coffee or something, got stunned. Let's see. Rising chose Hero, so this is the pick of the Nexus Cats.
There we go. That's all we needed to know, baby.
Now, Recyclic, if I'm not mistaken, we've gone from your favorite map to your least favorite
My
map.
least favorite. Wow. The duality of Recyclic. Truly. My
It's
absolute
like they
favorite.
asked you.
Yeah, it's like they knew that I would be mad. So that means the next one, if there's a game 3, has to be my most average map. Right? Logically speaking.
So what do you think, what would you think your most average map would be?
Most average one? Like the one where I just kind of look at it and go, meh.
Cursed?
Cursed. Man, Cursed is kind of on the low end. I'm thinking more like Tomb of the Spider Queen.
That's banned.
Kind of. That's banned. Well, then I guess we can't go to my most middle.
All right, well, there you go.
I'll have to give you a list later. Well, that next time I'm on stream, I'll let you guys know what I think.
Oh, there, we'll go top to bottom on the Recyclic list of maps.
Yeah, we'll do exactly that.
Hung Fu, I hope Lulu picks Lily. We are missing one player.
Oh, I do too, actually. And there's one particular reason why. Because the greatest heroic in the game, Water Dragon, exists on that character. So that would be really nice to just have a Water Dragon game. That way I can actually balance out this stupid map so that I'm slightly happier.
Okay.
I have strong feelings about this map. I really do. Although I don't hate it as much as I used to. I'll be real talk. It's not as bad as I. It's still my least favorite, but it's not as bad as it was.
Fair enough. So I'm going to add your name. Recyclic.
Mine. Oh yeah, my name is missing. What the heck?
I don't know why. I don't know why. So let's get that added. Because it's not, for whatever reason, it's not showing from the suits area. There we go. Now everybody knows who you are, buddy.
Great, wonderful. Just in case anyone didn't know.
Exactly. If your name is Diana, oh, Karen.
Oh, that's everybody in chat. Everyone except for me.
Oh.
Is Diane. Fun fact.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm good to go. I'm ready.
Recyclic, subscribe to Star.
Uh-oh. Okay. Actually, am I still subscribed to Murda? I better make sure.
I don't know, buddy.
Let me go check right now before I freak out.
Yeah, you gotta have the let's go regen things.
Yeah, I better. Let me see. Let me make absolutely certain.
So for those of you out there that have nitro boosts and things like that, double check, make sure when they upgraded and made it so that you got 2 nitro boosts, mine like stopped boosting whichever server I was boosting and just had me at 0. So you have 2 of those, so make sure that you go back in and identify those. And just keep in mind that that obviously provides value to those servers, so like the Nexus Gaming series or other servers that you may be part of. But you know, it's free. I don't want to say it's free. It's part of your nitro. But some servers may have special hidden things for you if you are a nitro booster. So you may want to keep that in mind. You all right over there, Rek?
Yeah, I sneezed.
Oh, I know.
I tried to keep it quiet, but unfortunately, I think everybody saw it. Too.
Everybody saw it.
How embarrassing! Oh no, all 24 people in the world.
Oh, 23 now. Way to go. It's all your fault.
Sorry, Diane.
All right, we're going to Alterac Pass, so I think that we could see some similar bans.
Oh, Jimmy ban. Oh, that's silly. I like it. That's funny.
I mean, if we don't see a Sylvanas ban here, then I'll be amazed.
You'll be mad because Aero gets mad when I don't ban Sylvanas. Except I'm never banning. So
I was gonna say you don't ban. So
yeah, I don't ban. I don't do that anymore. Not since season 6 of NGS. Oh.
All right, so there's that Kael'thas ban that we talked about.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is this the Leoric, or did they wait? Leoric wasn't picked until the end of game number 1, so they probably could wait.
I think they could, yeah.
Megan coming in with bits.
Wow, 11,000? Or is that just 5?
That's just 5.
Okay, okay, just making sure.
It's not 11,111.
I'm not gonna lie, I really thought that. Alright, so the Johanna ban. Alright, then they don't like that character, that's fine. She's been getting on my nerves lately. Every time I pick Malfurion, there's a Johanna, and every time I'm about to Twilight Dream, there's a Condemn waiting for me, and I don't like it. It annoys me.
There you go. So on top of the Kael'thas, there's the Sylvanas ban. which was to be expected. That Deckard voice was spot on. What was that, Rec? What did you say?
What Deckard voice? Please
Rec,
cast as Deckard sometime. Okay, that sounds fun. What did I say? I might have said stay a while and listen.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. We could stay a while and listen to Diablo 3. Li Ming is here, but Rewind picked it up this time.
That's going to be Jaina and Arthas coming in. So Jaina was banned in game 1, was that right? Second? No, she wasn't. Never mind. So
Yeah,
just going with the slows there.
Yeah, it's getting cold in here all of a sudden. Ooh.
It's a little chilly here, too.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was supposed to be a Jaina and Arthas joke.
Oh.
No, no. I mean, it is also very cold out. It snowed a lot today. Dichanko and Junkrat. I like the Junkrat pickup. Dahaka's here, in my opinion. I don't think he's spectacular, but he's not bad either, so I'm not that mad. I always like Dahaka, you know?
Fair enough.
I don't know, like the bushes are oddly placed, so there's not like a really spectacular place to hide in or whatever, or brush stock or what have you. But it doesn't mean you can't use it, right? Like, they're there. They're just weird.
And ETC is going to be the final ban coming out from the Nexus Cats.
Okay. All right. Let's see this Leoric ban. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Let's see.
Psychic, are you a healer main?
Am I a healer main? Who said this?
Hung Fu.
Oh, yeah, I am, actually. One trick, actually. I literally can't do anything. Like, at all.
What hero do you play mostly, Rec?
Gosh, oh, there it is, Leoric. I don't know. It's a really good question. What hero do I play the most?
It's probably like Tassadar or something, right?
Yeah, that one. That's the one.
Yeah, I thought it might have been.
And Tassadar's the one that punches, right? And yeah,
and
that
kicks,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, that one. That's the one.
Yep. This guy. I only know of his Hearthstone prowess. I'm assuming that's in regards to Turd.
Ah.
All right, so we've got Hanzo and Stukov.
Ooh, I've never seen a
switching
Lulu Stukov.
sides.
I don't think I've seen it before, so this will be fun. What tank do we have coming out from PRA?
So sticking with that
again.
Murden.
Okay.
Oh, and the snipe on the Lily. I mean, it's
Please
not a
be
snipe
water.
because they already had it, but
Yeah, please be Water Dragon. This is all I want. This is all I ask for. That's all I want.
I don't know how well you can see it. I'm showing off my
Oh, let me see.
shirt from the BlizzCon there, May with Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Free shirt that I got at BlizzCon. It was awesome.
That's right, that's right, that's right.
Shadow Guard bringing in the Thrall. So we got who's Arth now playing? Hanzo. So there are our teams. All right, we're gonna try a poll. Let's see if this poll works in chat.
All right, let's see.
I have no idea if that worked. We'll have to see.
Looking like a no. my
Current poll.
mans.
Who wins game 2? New poll, end poll, delete poll. Oh, somebody's voted, so it's working somewhere.
Oh, okay. I don't see it personally, but
It's
interesting.
probably, you probably have to be on the page, maybe? I don't know. Like, it probably shows somewhere on the page.
Oh, who wins game 2? Oh, it's at the top. I see. That's cool.
Into Hawk, Junkrat, Leeming, Stukov. Nope, that's a
That's
Lily.
fun.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, game number 2 on Alterac Pass. Let's take a look. For the Nexus Cats, we've got Turd Herder on the Arthas. Mark Zombie going to be playing the Jaina. Arthanau on Hanzo. Lulu going to be playing Stukov. And Thrall on Shadow Guard. And I said that backwards, but you know what I meant.
Yes. Now on my team, Phoenix Rising Amethyst, that's the red team. It's going to be Boom Nuzlocke on Muradin, Sius I assume that's how it's pronounced, on Dahaka. Water Dragon is going to be played by Jurassic Monk. Yahtzee is going to play Junkrat, and Rewind on Li Ming.
All right, so it sounds like we got 3 votes.
Nice.
Let's see. 2 of which were for the Nexus Cats. So there you go. 2-1 in favor of the Cats. You heard it here first.
Fascinating.
All right, what do we got for level 1s? It's going to be that Perfect Storm again for the Muradin.
All right, so I see Perfect Storm. Yeah, I see Tissue Regeneration. No surprise there. Free drinks. Okay. Tricky Shuffle. Yeah, okay. This all looks pretty standard. I like Fetid Touch there. Target Practice is okay, I guess. Yeah, everything looks pretty standard to me.
So a little bit of a tussle in the top lane here between Dahaka and Thrall. Get a little tongue action along with a little bit of a zap. But yeah, so not really anything that's too out of the ordinary, I think. I am interested to see the Junkrat movement on level 1 as opposed to the additional damage from concussion mines and traps, just because it feels like that's a lot of damage, but that extra movement speed is also pretty cool. And okay, yeah, I mean, he just gets a basic attack 15%, so
yeah, there you go. Thrall might be in a little bit of trouble because Jurassic Monk rotated up, but I think Shadow Guard's okay.
Yeah, he threw out that Feral Spirit, and we do have both Arthanau and Lulu picking up their, whatever these called, Null Camp.
Knolls.
Making their way in the mid lane.
Those Knolls. Do they still believe in Yungu?
Yep, Yungu. What?
Yeah, it's the D&D deity of the Knolls.
Oh, gotcha. I have no idea who the Null deity is in
I looked
World
into
of
the
Warcraft.
Pantheon. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, 3 versus 4 here in the middle, trying to get this wall down. It looks like the wall is going to go down, and Stukov just throwing that silence arm into the middle there and confusing the team of Amethyst here. The root going out onto our friend Muradin, and that's going to be first blood.
Oof. Well, there goes Muradin again. So, a lot of damage onto this front wall. Actually, the whole wall goes down in the mid lane. Nexus Cat's looking pretty good so far. Actually, Rewind is rotating a little scarily. That's not a word, but kind of spooked me a bit there. But Arthanau kind of made him run away.
So Thrall heading back with his Hearthstone there. So we do have biotic armor for Stukov.
Huh.
I don't know his level 4 talents, so I don't know if there's a better option.
mean,
but there's
I
not a
had
lot of
one
auto
good
attack
spread.
damage on. Yeah, there's not a lot of
One
auto
good
attack
spread.
damage on the side of.
I don't hate the
Amethyst here.
Fetid pickup, but I think I would have gone one good spread. Yeah, that's what I would have done.
Such is life. So Arthas did go into the root at level 1, so they're gonna have a little bit more CC. And guess what? They're back on their camp, and Amethyst doesn't really have an idea about that yet. They're all still kind of defending, and Junkrat can kind of poke at this forever.
Yes.
But they defended a little bit too long, so now the Nexus Cats will have pressure in the mid lane that's going to help them to get started on the camp here soon. Wreck?
Yeah, I know. I'm looking. I'm trying to think. Oh, CS is actually well here. He's kind of looking around at 4 people, but nothing really went down there. I think that all the cooldowns were off. Big stun coming out onto Jaina. Will anything be done with it? I don't know, because actually this stun is moving on to Arthas now. And yeah, I did notice one quick thing while this team fight is now stopping. Frostwolf pack. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, man, it's a talent that is great if you complete it. But if you miss somebody, and he's close, he needs one more.
One more, yeah. He's been kind of conservative with those, I noticed. Like, it seems like he's trying to just stack right now.
Having a 50% cooldown reduction, obviously the mana reduction is great too, but the cooldown reduction is huge. So Muradin coming in behind the Arthas does get the stun, but Muradin doesn't have a whole lot of health here. The Junkrat mine is going to boop Arthas into the team. Not the best place you want to have an Arthas. But he's going to walk out now, and Dahaka dropping, using that essence, but that's going to be a kill. But Thrall, the counter kill, as Li Ming now getting resets, looking for a kill, maybe onto Turd Herder. Does get the boop damage, but not quite the kill there. Now they're looking for Stukov, and Lulu dodging the Stormbolt, but not dodging the Arcane Orb.
Oh boy, this is looking like maybe it's the start of an objective.
I mean, objectively speaking, right now Amethyst is a little bit low, so they're going to have to pull back, at least for a moment.
Color me completely incorrect.
Oh, there's a huge root gun onto Muradin and Lili. They're both able to make it out, but a massive Arcane Orb coming in and dropping him. So both teams in a position that they're having to pull back. They can't start the channel because they're so very low.
Right.
But there are no minions on either side, so there's no vision.
No.
Either team could potentially, if they're all showing in lanes, either team could sneak over and grab a quick channel, and it looks like that's exactly what Li Ming's doing.
What's going to go down. Yeah, look at that. So this is actually camp pickup number 3 from Nexus Cats, and still I don't think there's been any from RPA.
PRA, yeah, there hasn't been yet.
PRA.
Arcane Orb going out, hitting the Stukov there in the back. We've got Thrall and Dahaka up in the top, and it looks like the channel is going to get paused by Stukov, so 14 seconds left for PRA. As Dahaka working on getting those level 10s and keeping them pretty far ahead. Even with the 3 camps that the Nexus Cats have gotten, the level XP right now, 3/4 of a level ahead, are the Amethyst group.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Dahaka's doing a great job.
Muradin, no!
Oh no! What an inopportune time to have that happen.
Oh, Muradin. That was a whole lot of poke coming out from Junkrat, and then Muradin saying, "You know what? I don't need to wait for Junkrat. I got this."
I clicked away to look at Dahaka really quick, so I missed it. I'll have to watch. Maybe it's coming up.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah, let me go take a look.
There's that root, but Junkrat is going to be able to protect the Li Ming. A lot of damage going on the Thrall, 250 health. Here comes the Riptire, looking for the kill onto the Orc. Although maybe he must not have had vision on Thrall, because that Riptire did not follow him.
No, not at all. Kind of lost him, actually.
Arthas is very low mana, uses Death Coil to stall out the channel, but has to pull back now, and the channel is going to be picked up by PRA. They've got 9 seconds to go here, so if they can defend this a little bit longer. And level 10's now available as well for the Nexus Cats.
Here they come, actually. It's Earthquake. On top of that is a Ring of Frost. It lands on 2 members. RPA. PRA. Yeah. And actually, it's Junkrat to go down first, and unfortunately, Thrall falls as the next victim from the opposing side. And Li Ming is getting these bad resets with that Disintegrate. A big stun coming out on top of Mark Zombie, and more Disintegrate. Is there going to be a nice... No, there's going to be an orb in the wall direction, but that's okay, because PRA has picked themselves up a objective. English is hard.
That was absolutely... I don't know if that was luck, skill, bad luck, bad skill. I don't know. But there were 2. I think it was both Lili and Li Ming that got rooted right around the camp. And hold up, Muradin is going in hard, trying to get either this Jaina or Hanzo just a little bit away from getting him. But it's going to be a fort down in the top lane. Bottom lane should be going down here soon as well. But my point in that was that Ring of Frost hit and had those 2 heroes down to about 15-20% of their health. A hit from anybody, and they both die, but they both made it out. That was a huge way to start it for the Nexus Cats, but then it just kind of went south from there.
So let's talk heroics, Aero. So from PRA, pretty much everything looks good. I did notice there was a misclick on Jug of Thousand Cups, meant to be Water Dragon. Disintegrate. Okay. Yeah, this looks pretty normal. Oh, Actually, a big stun on top of Rewind. Unfortunately, the follow-up missed, but it doesn't matter because the Earthquake actually secures it, and Dahaka might be the next one to go down as a result. Yes! There it is. Nexus Cats can breathe a little bit more easily.
And that's going to give PRA now the first camp of the game for them on their null camp there.
Yeah.
And they're level 13s, so that Dahaka XP has kept them ahead. They now have the bottom fort down. They have the top fort down, so they're in a good position. They're going to continue to get that trickle XP at a 40% bonus. And level 13 is now available here for the Nexus Cats. So we're on even footing. The null camp getting some damage onto this mid fort as well, so that's going to help them out as the next round of prison camps coming in. I'm not sure, but I think PRA was considering a bottom boss play.
Maybe, I don't know, even if they were just simply pushing out the lane, the bottom. Yeah, I don't think so. Even if they were, I don't think you do that.
No, and the camp was coming up, so they might not have been. But it looks like Dahaka here is in a bit of danger. Does get the tongue onto the Jaina, but gets rooted. Ooh. Burrows just in time. Here comes the Ring of Frost, and that's going to be not enough to get the Dahaka.
Oh!
Jugs coming out. And the isolation on Turd Herder there helping. Now Turd Herder popping the army to pop those ghouls and get some healing in.
Yeah, and that was a good disengage too from Lulu, kind of recognizing, uh-oh, this is going south. I need to reset this. And here comes another root on top of Boom Nuzlocke. Does jump out this time, but Dahaka once again getting real low. Stasis will allow himself a few more seconds of life, but it doesn't matter. He goes down anyway. Big damage coming onto Hanzo, though, in the back line. He's going to have to back off for a second and maybe let the Stukov heal him up a bit.
All right, so the one kill onto Dahaka. They're still about 3/4 of a level ahead.
Oh, no.
And a big arcane orb. It looks like Hanzo also gonna get taken out there, this time by Lily, and Turd Herder in a bit of danger. Could be the third kill coming out from PRA, and that is the case. That's gonna give them the beginning of this channel here.
Oh dear.
And Stukov's gonna head down here to the null camp, probably calling for Thrall, saying, hey, come on over and help me out.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I don't know if the null camp's what we should be doing right now. It looks like there's a whole lot going on elsewhere that they could soak. They're down 16s. They need something, but I suppose the null camp could help a bit. Jaina's gonna go ahead and soak that bottom lane. So
yeah, I mean, it gives them something to help counter the wave coming in, so that they can focus on the other lanes. Maybe they start with top because that's the closest to them. And it'll stagger a little bit, at least, the cavalry coming in. And it looks like that's what they're going to do, heading up to the top lane here first. Level 16's coming up here for PRA as well.
Cool, cool.
And here come the Wolf Riders.
All right, they're on their way.
So mid lane, the camp did get cleared out, most of the fort as well. Interestingly enough, I don't know that I've ever seen these. This fort is on fire, dude. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, it's usually when it gets really, really low. Actually,
I don't think I've ever noticed that mechanic of the forts. But cool. Okay, so be it. So it looks like PRA is going to go ahead and push bot lane, and the bulk of the Nexus Cats are coming to defend here at this bottom keep.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. They were showing PRA was showing mostly bottom. Dahaka's gonna go ahead and start pushing top, but I don't think the response is gonna be fast enough.
Ring of Frost deletes Lily. And Murden able to just barely get out. Oh, this Riptire, though, could get that Jaina? Oh, no! It gets taken out just in time.
Really? But as I said before, Dahaka's kind of having a great time pushing top alone. That was a big distraction for for Nexus Cats from PRA. Yes.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that top keep goes down, right? There's enough damage from those minions in that knoll? Maybe?
Oh,
the
I
knoll's
don't know. They're a
distracted.
little distracted, yeah.
It has 207 health.
Oh no, that's like anyone's basic ability. Literally anyone on that team can press Q and it goes away.
Pretty much. So, Rek, right now, I mean, this game has kind of turned around. I feel like the very beginning, the Nexus Cats kind of started strong. They had all of the camp pressure on the map consistently going. And then, you know, once level 10 hit, PRA's really been in control of this game, and it shows in the structures.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Actually, this is funny. Both sides are doing a boss right now. That's kind of hilarious. They kind of got top and bottom boss going on. Really not a whole lot to comment on right now.
Yeah, I mean, the reality of it is that a boss on Alterac Pass, like, even if they... Nexus Cats can 100% ignore this boss.
Yeah. That's actually 1000% true.
They're going to lose this keep, most likely. One hit from this boss and it dies, right? So, unless they somehow have enough damage to kill it before it gets there, which they don't. But it's not going to kill the core.
No.
With 40 armor up, it doesn't do enough damage to the core. The core just ends it. So, you know, honestly, I think they could have just left with that. You know, maybe even gone and cleared up mid and pushed mid. You know, leave the boss
honestly,
to do
they
its
could have
work
pushed
modeling.
bottom too. Like, the PRA would have to rotate all the way down before they can even respond. So actually, that would have been a fort, either middle or bottom. Honestly,
Yeah.
So yeah.
And you can see, I mean, the boss is, you know, doing some damage, but that's all going to be healed up. But here's our big play, pre-level 20. There was a Hanzo Aero in there, and it's going to be Dahaka getting taken out. Ring of Frost hits Murden and Lili.
Wow.
Murden's going to be the kill, though, as Lili popping those jugs and trying to get out.
Doesn't though.
Huge root
thanks
from
to
Jaina.
Numbing Blast, yeah.
Now-
Jaina is a pretty good character. as it
Rek,
turns
not
out.
30 seconds ago, I think I just said PRA had pretty much the control over this map, and I think I may have pissed off the Nexus Cats.
I think you might have. However, they do have infinite poke with two of the longest ranged characters in the game. And Nexus Cats doesn't really have a way to approach them. There's a fort there, number one. Number two, they don't have quite as much range, although Hanzo exists, and I take it all back, actually.
Yeah, that damage coming out, that chain lightning from Thrall finishing the kill, so still, they're able to stall it out for a huge amount of time, and that at
That
least
being said-
means most of the team will be back up.
Right, but that was a staggered death. That's 40 more seconds of no Junkrat, so like... Ooh, you know, that hurts.
For sure, for sure. So, at level 20 here, this could be a very difficult thing to defend, but they do still have both of their forts up. But they're going in hard here, using the level 20s that they have. Down a man. Ring of Frost is going to come out. I think Isolation went out. It did onto Stukov. The NA Aero missing there. Caius is going to fall. Not enough healing coming from those jugs. And Li Ming's trying to get the damage, but the minions from Arthas there blocking all that damage. And now Murden looks like he's going to go down. Now, I don't know. This could actually lead to a core call. With the... Well, maybe not. Their lane's pushed up hard, so never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm curious to see how this one...
Yeah, I mean, they can start in the mid and then, you know, figure out which one they want to go to from there. They have enough time. They saw that the Nexus Cats were pretty far away. And these are their big damage characters, so as long as they're mindful of vision of the rest of the heroes, which this is the moment right here where they've got to start pulling back, and it looks like they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've got that poke that we mentioned earlier. The mid lane's mostly cleared, so I think they're okay. They're going to have all their players up here shortly. Let's show these talents so that we got those level 20s. So, anything on the level 20s that is of interest to you there, Rek?
Apex Predator is a little odd to me. but like I would have gone for the I forget what it's called, the isolation upgrade.
Contagion.
Contagion, yeah. I think I would have gone for that, but outside of that, everything was
Yeah,
fine.
gives Dahaka some mobility around the map.
And Nexus Blades is a little strange too, but there's a big Ring of Frost again, and a silenced Lily underneath of the will cancel the million cups. No cups for you. And the swipes are coming out too to prevent any re-engage from PRA, keeping Turd Herder alive as well. So wow, that was really good from Nexus Cats. But anyway, as I was saying,
that was really good from both teams, because that could have ended the game, because PRA didn't have Li Ming. Li Ming was in the mid lane and had to rotate up. So, you know, that Ring of Frost could have gotten far more value than just the kill onto the Lily.
Right. But anyway, the only other talent that bugs me, I shouldn't say bugs me, but like, I don't really know too much about Nexus Blades on Thrall. I think typically you want to go for the Bolt of the Storm. Does he get Bolt of the Storm, or does he get his own version of it?
It's his own version. It gives him Wind Fury, but it's essentially the same.
Yeah. It's ultimately the same thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I think that's the typical pick. But again, like, I'm going to hold a quick thing. I don't think every talent in this game is bad. Like, most talents, they have their use, right? Like, I'm not going to bash you for picking one wrong talent, right? I don't know.
Yeah, Megan is... And I assume it's Megan. If it's Megan, you know, feel free to let me know. But Megan's saying, you know, that Lily should have went active trait heal the Mistweaver at level 20. And Mistweaver's really, really awesome. It's kind of like a Storm Shield that gets a pretty significant cooldown reduction. Except obviously it's a heal instead of a shield.
I do like that talent at 20 as well, yes. That is assuming I'm not going. For some bizarre reason, I don't do double dragon, you know?
Right,
like,
yeah. If you're sick or something, yeah.
Yeah, if I'm just sick in the head, some sick bastard, you know? No. But otherwise, yeah, I would take Mistweaver.
So, Army of the Dead is coming up here in 10 seconds. Dahaka's still in the bot lane, keeping the pressure back there. There's another arrow, doesn't land. The Jug's coming out. Turd Herder already at half health here, but the silence onto the Muradin is going to keep them up. Turd Herder now may fall, and does in fact, so that's going to give Li Ming the resets. Jurassic Monk is fairly low, but getting some healing out of those Qs.
Yes. Well, this time the Million Cups proved to be the superior talent, but that's okay. Yeah, this is starting to look bleak for Nexus Cats. I think they gotta find something here. Although, I guess they could potentially defend it, right? I mean, this is Alterac Pass. Game doesn't necessarily end until multiple keeps are down.
Exactly, like
typically, yeah.
Even with the pressure here, not Murden. Arthas will be up in 26 seconds.
Oh shoot, are they going for a boss? Oh, interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, all right, I see it. I see this working out.
This will help to keep the pressure from that bottom lane cavalry, and they can defend mid and top, and then deal with bottom later. That's gonna keep them. Oh, it looks like Rewind, however, is gonna get the boss started up in the top.
Ah, I see what you're thinking.
And they're leaving Muradin behind to make sure that they get the channel. And this is really strong, because while a boss itself cannot kill... Oh, this is a big arrow onto the Muradin. Oh. Nexus Cat's coming in. They know how important this boss play is right now, and this is some pain here. The boss is getting stalled. And so much damage here coming out. Junkrat's Suicide Vest getting a little bit of value, but not quite enough. And now it's just gonna go over to the Cats. And that's a 4-for-nothing trade.
Wow. I'm blown away. That was super well played from Nexus Cats. Holy cow, to sniff that out is... Oh, wow. Arthanaut, my man. My guy. Oh, and another kill onto Li Ming is going to completely wipe out PRA. But I don't know. Can they end with this? I don't know.
I don't know if they lose at their core, because that cavalry's doing a lot of damage, and I don't think they're aware.
Oh no, I think
Oh, they are. Okay, they're back.
Okay, no, you're right. For a second there, I thought maybe PRA actually had it with Winion.
It's close. And they're going to lose bottom keep. If this bottom keep went down just a little bit sooner, that's a pretty significant minion wave, too.
Yeah. Wow.
We are still in this game.
I'm not mad about that, I'll be honest. This is a fun one.
And Nexus Cat's now looking to equalize the camp or the keep structures. Oh, nope, they lost bottom keep as well. So they're in a very precarious position right now. And especially here, we've got a Riptire coming out looking for a target. Did he take the upgrade? He did not. So the Riptire is just going to fall.
Disappeared. What happened?
Jaina.
Jaina happened, yeah.
So 5v5 now. We've got the null camps getting picked up on both sides. Both bosses are down, but at this point, the race potential for a core race definitely goes over to PRA. Having all three keeps down, if they get any significant kills, they can end the game.
Yes.
Who did I miss? Throw. I didn't write down Throw on my list here. Gotta have those notes.
You do. And I should probably start doing that myself. But here I am, being a butt.
So, you know, in a lot of maps, you get to level 20 and the XP game is like, whatever, right? Maybe you go clear up a lane because you have nothing better to do. And that's kind of what we're seeing right now from both of these teams, right? Rotating to their lanes, clearing up a wave, moving on to the next lane. But there are some maps, this is one, Garden Terror is one, Tomb of the Spider Queen is one, where the pressure in a lane can make a huge difference. Because if the pressure is all the way over onto the side of the Nexus Cats and PRA gets a cavalry, they're done. There's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
That being said, Dahaka's far away. This time the arrow does land onto the Lily. They get that kill. And it looks like that's all they're going to get for right now. But that is going to give them a huge advantage on this now, as they'll be able to get onto the point. But as you mentioned earlier, there's a lot of poke coming out here between Junkrat and Li Ming.
Yes. So it looks like, big stun onto Lulu is going to possibly cause her to die here on Cuff. Actually, though, the Ring of Frost lands onto Muradin and secures him in place. And looks like the Nexus Cats are looking to just disengage for a moment, catch their breath.
Yeah, but the Ring of Frost didn't land onto Muradin.
It didn't.
The flailing swipe pushed Muradin into the corner, into the Ring of Frost.
Yes, that is true. I apologize. That did happen.
That was that. I think that's probably one of those kind of moments.
Yeah, I suppose. Unfortunately, though, and this is one of those moments, is when you get 2 kills and you have to leave because they're all so low.
Yeah, Jaina was low. Arthas was nearly dead.
Yeah.
But he does have Army of the Dead again. So, you know, this gives them the opportunity to come back in. They do have Lily back. They don't have Muradin. So, at the very least, they can poke this out for a little bit. And, you know, they have to not just go in. Like, that was super questionable there on the side of Junkrat. Here comes the Jugs. And it's going to be Dahaka deep into the team there.
It's Riptire, though. It's going to hurt.
And it does. Look at Turd's health. Falling just insanely fast.
Earthquake comes out, and a Ring of Frost as well. It's actually going to secure 2 members from PRA, but that's all it does. It's just going to hold them there for a few seconds.
It does keep the channel going, but check out this wave in the top lane.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
That's a mega wave. And that's going to allow PRA to come right in. As you mentioned, right? Like, these waves being pushed out so far will likely prevent any shenanigans from Nexus Cats. And they're all getting locked down for a brief second, but he's fine.
Oh, that long-range shot from Arthur now hitting Junkrat, forcing him to pull back.
That's the target practice difference.
And
big damage coming on top of Muradin, and getting locked down pretty good, and he is going to go to death. Hanzo's securing that one, and Still, this poke damage from PRA is just not allowing. It's just no fun allowed. No fun for Nexus Cats, but it's fun for us.
And I mean, the damage from Li Ming is just nuts. Oh, can Junkrat survive one chain lightning and he's toast? But we get the jug of 1,000 cups times 10. Is it 10,000 cups at the 20 upgrade? That's
Million.
Jug of 1,000,000 cups.
I don't think she actually uses 1,000,000 of them though. Don't tell her though.
Oh, Ring of Frost is gonna land again onto the Lily, and the chain lockdown is gonna delete her from the game. But they're gonna get the counter kill onto Jaina, and now Li Ming popping off with those resets, rewind, hitting the rewind button.
And Thrall backed. I don't know if you noticed that either. Thrall went back.
Thrall had to.
Yeah.
Because we've got a massive wave in top, we've got a massive wave in bottom. This is the value of having those each of those lanes out. And even though the Nexus Cats have that top fort down, the pressure keeps mounting in that top lane because of the boss mechanic, I think, because of the core mechanic.
I was gonna say boss mechanic. That doesn't make much sense.
Shh, just let it happen.
Yes, sir.
All right, so no Jaina, no Lily. I think this favors a little bit the Nexus Cats.
Yeah, looks that way. Earthquake coming out and a silence underneath. Excuse me, not ring. Aero coming on top of rewind, but doesn't secure a kill. Just kind of forces PRA to run a.
Now Vernon had to use his rewind talent there to get out of that now, and Lily is on her way, but they don't have Lily just yet. They are going to try to stall out the backs here as Jaina is back already. Thrall going to head back as well. Now Hanzo can poke, and if they're not careful, Hanzo could
Honestly,
kill one of those low
just
people.
End. It's 900 health on the core.
Yeah, they absolutely could. They should be just rushing for the core right now. Because if all they did, they should definitely go core now. They should definitely go core now. In 30 seconds, you guys are going to be sad that you didn't go core right now. Oh, they're getting the camp. Oh no! Oh no! This is what happened to them in the boss lane. I mean, this cavalry ends the game anyways. Like, if they get this,
you're right.
Those lanes are super pushed.
The point is, the game could have ended 30 seconds. Like,
Murdo in chat.
core.
All caps. Yeah, this is again. I mean, this is another one of those maps where, you know, because of the Winions, like, you hear the core announce so often in this game in Alterac Pass that you're just like, whatever. But that was 900 health. 900 health is like
2 or 3 abilities.
Yeah, that's a Junkrat suicide vest. If you literally just go kill yourself on the core, you win the game.
Yeah.
And Junkrat getting himself out of the earthquake there, so high value on that concussion mine. But here they come. They do have the cavalry coming in from all 3 lanes. Ring of Frost coming out. Hanzo Aero as well, but that core is gone. Rek, we have a game 3.
We have a game 3, Aero.
First,
you are correct on that one.
First night of the season, and we have at least one game 3.
I'm sweating.
Oh, I didn't do this.
I'm not even playing, and my heart is pounding. Oh my god. Whew.
That was a hot game.
It was really hot. And you know what's funny is Nexus Cats had more than double the kills that PRA had, and yet lost anyway.
Crazy. 25-11 on the kills. Hanzo doing some work, but so did Li Ming. Both of them over 100k damage. Jaina as well as Junkrat. So the damage coming out of these, I mean, that was a long game too. That was, I think they were like level 25 or 26 by the time that was done.
26, yeah.
So, all right. So we went from your favorite to your least favorite.
Now we have to go to my most middle. I gotta go. Hold on. You know, can you pull up a list for me? Can you?
You know what? Let me pull up.
Send me a list in DMs. I want to look at it, and I will look at my most middle, and that's the map we're going to.
Let's see. Here, I'll just put it up on the map selection so you can kind of see that. You'll see it in 20 seconds. I'll send you a screenshot here.
Okay, perfect.
There you go.
All right. Let's see. And
So game number 1 was on Battlefield of Eternity, picked by PRA, won by the Nexus Cats. Game number 2, picked by Nexus Cats, was the Alterac Pass, won by PRA.
Right.
Our early bans coming out from the Nexus Cats were Towers of Doom and Tomb of the Spider Queen, so those are out. From PRA, we banned out Sky Temple and Volskaya. So you think it's going to be Dragonshire?
It's going to be. That's my most middle of the ones left. Yeah, that's my most middle one.
All right.
It's going to be that guy.
All right, so Arthur now says that both teams need a 5 or so minute break, so we're going to go ahead and put up a quick break so that the casters can have a short break as well. How's that sound to you, Rick?
That sounds good to me, Diane.
Oh.
All
right, well, let's go ahead and do that. Let me put up a timer. And we'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to give you... Oops, wrong thing. I'm going to give you guys some a commercial break so you can look back on the wonderful videos that Blizzard has given to us in the past.
Impressive, Archer. But you'll need to do better than that.
You have no idea what I am capable of.
Good. Because you must be ready for anything.
Yield!
You show promise, Hanzo. Well done. But greater challenges still await us.
I believe we are ready.
It's time to find out.
Hey, y'all out there. If you're gonna get through the summer, You need stamina. You need strength. You need Darkest Finley's Bust Your Ass Workout. You want a beach buddy for the first time in your timid little life? Well, I got the toughest fitness program in the multiverse. But you cannot argue with results. I guarantee I can turn anybody into a rock-solid hero.
Looks like you need a timeout.
Darkest Finley, Bust Your Ass, and Darkest Finley are not responsible for damage inflicted by cannonballs, ghost pirates, enemy minions, garden terrors, web weavers, dragon knights, or immortals. Please consult the sport class to determine if Bust Your Ass is right for you. All sales final. As I was saying, I can transform any... Now listen, you know none of this is legally binding, right? Hell, it's about summertime.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's season 8, Nexus Gaming Series, and it's late in the evening, so we're toning it down a little bit, making it a little bit more relaxed.
Oh, forgetting relaxed. That didn't do anything. Whoops.
Rack, you're killing me, dude.
Whoops. I don't know. I thought it was gonna be dark than that.
Oh, Rek, I was right. You were wrong.
You were right.
Yep. So for those of you who have been hanging out in the stream, our next map... yeah, that was the wrong thing. But our next map is going to be Cursed Hollow. Smooth Aero, smooth Rek.
Maybe that wasn't so smooth, Berta. I don't know.
Cursed Hollow. Alright, let's see. Who picked this one? Let's see. So the Nexus Cats lost.
Yes, so 1-1.
Oh my goodness, I can't spell. Cats pick map. All right. There we go. So, yeah, so we've got quite a week ahead of us here with the Season 8 Week 1. I think there might even be a couple of flex matches out there.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Right out the gate. Wow.
People getting them out of the way at the beginning of the season. You love to see it.
You really love to see it. Actually, you know what you really love to see? I'm going to go purchase one of those year-long boosts right now.
Are you?
I think I am.
Rek and I had a lengthy discussion about how this was a terrible idea and he shouldn't do it, but
I'm going to do it anyway.
Then he went out and bought the Blizzard Balance and he's doing it. So there you go.
Yeah. That's the kind of boy I am. Hey now, yes.
All right. So if you are interested in, well, actually, I don't know when these guys are playing, so never mind. I was going to say, if you're interested in Regen games coming up, well, Regen Phoenix is playing tomorrow at 9:30. That'll be hosted on the founder of Regen's channel. That's right, Murda RG, sitting in chat. We appreciate you. Suppose I could pull up the calendar, see when everybody else is playing. Let's see.
What happened to my Murdar globe?
Let's capture that. Casters are ready.
Oh, I capitalized the M. That doesn't count.
Oops. All right, so let's see. So for the Regen team, December 5th at 9 p.m. Eastern, that would be our heroic division team. For Regen Retro, they are going to be playing December 8th at 10 p.m. Now they're going to be playing against Terry's crew. Regen is playing against Rewind. That's going to get confusing. And then our boys over at Regen Anomaly, they're going to be playing against Lubu, and they're playing on December 4th at 9 p.m. So there you go. If you're interested in knowing what's going on with Regen, now you know. Cursed Hollow. So, Rec, these teams started off the night tied. After 2 games, they remain tied in their divisions.
Indeed. So who's going to take home the gold this evening? Well, not, but you know it. Who's going to take home the W this evening?
I don't know.
We'll find out in probably like 30-ish minutes. But
yeah, probably about that.
Around there, yeah.
But you know what we do see tonight? Both of these teams have both won and lost their first map of the season.
Yes.
So there you go. They got that out of the way.
Cool.
Now they can focus on winning.
Now they will never lose again.
Exactly.
Ever. There's going to be 2 winners in Div D this season. I don't know if I told you guys.
And it's going to be Nexus Cats and Phoenix Rising Amethyst?
Yeah. Yes, it's them. They're going to be in the finals. Hanzo ban. They're banning all of Arthamel's heroes, aren't they? Arthamel. Shoot. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, they banned out the Raider last game. Now Hanzo. So, I wouldn't be surprised to see, again, a Sylvanas ban. We're going to see a Dahaka. Now, Dahaka, you know, that's cool. Dahaka on a map like this. He kept PRA ahead in the XP game 90%, maybe even the whole game. I actually don't know if Nexus Cats ever actually pulled ahead in the XP. But he gave them that early lead, and the team then kept it throughout the game. So on a map like Cursed Hollow, he's going to give you more value, so that's a good ban, I think.
Limingu ban. Okay, so we had Li Ming in game 1, Li Ming in game 2, but in game 3, no.
Yeah, Hanzo was in 1 and 2 as well, so...
Oh, good point.
Now, interestingly enough, I kind of expect to see a Johanna being picked up.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because they banded out both games, so either they're looking for Johanna because they're first pick, or they just don't care?
I guess. There it is. All right. There it is. So I kind of expected Diablo in here at some point, too. I think this is... Bleh. I think this is one of his stronger maps. I don't think it's his strongest. I would say that's Infernal, but this one's one of his stronger ones. I think there's a lot of corridors, there's a lot of walls, a lot of fun stuff Diablo can mess around with. So I kind of want to see, because, you know, Nexus Cats have been playing a lot of Jaina too. So I kind of want to see, you know, the old Diablo Jaina pairing. I got one of them right. And it's back to Jimmy for Arthur now. So that's cool.
Yeah, and I think that you're likely to see another Arthas.
Another Arthas? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think Turns put a lot of time on Arthas, and you know, I don't know if he considers it to be his best tank, but you know, it's probably you know, one that he feels the most comfortable on.
Please, this time, Water Dragon, please. This time, I know it was a mistake the first game that you clicked it wrong, but this time I need Water Dragon. I need it just once this season, once in my lifetime. I need to cast one Water Dragon game.
It could happen. Mr. Shads, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Abath are going to be the ban.
Huh. I don't know. I don't think that comp screams Abathur. Not yet, at least. It could.
It could.
It could.
I mean, a double Vala could do a lot. I think it'd be difficult, but it could. Stukov going to be the ban, so I expect this to be Arthas and Anduin.
Oh god, excuse me. Yeah, I can see the Anduin, and
I think it's definitely Anduin, and Arthas is a probably. I think
probably. Yeah, I agree with that. Don't have much to add there. Here's a question though. Leoric's open. Are we gonna see him get Blaze? Oh, Diane, there's Leoric. Oh.
Okay. This is gonna be interesting and exciting. I'm excited to see the main tank blaze. So Genji coming out.
Okay. Amethyst.
I don't think there's a lot to stop Genji
No.
other than just damage.
Yeah, yeah. But in the same vein, like, who does he go after? It's kind of just Jaina.
Jaina? Yeah.
I think that's really it. Can it work? Absolutely.
Oh, is this...
I'm not gonna judge.
You know what? Is this Brightwing? This is Brightwing. Tell me it's Brightwing.
Ooh, actually.
Okay. I mean, I knew it would be Anduin, but
okay.
I think that the Brightwing would have been a great,
kind of funny.
Yeah, that would have been a great flex.
That could have been funny. It is Cursed Hollow too, so like, oh, that could have been interesting. Huh. Okay, well, please, we got Genji, we got Anduin. I guess Genji's biggest target is Jaina, because Jimmy, I don't want to say Jimmy ignores him, but Jimmy has ways of dealing with it, you know, like he doesn't die as easily as anyone else, really. And pretty much quest completion, Jaina's a sitting duck against Genji. So yeah, it's Jaina is Genji's target, but otherwise, like, I don't love that pick up. I kind of like the Nexus Cats draft a little more. Oh,
I gotta do the poll. Let's get the game going.
Prepare yourself for battle.
Manage poll. Who wins game? Delete poll. Not delete poll. New poll. There we go.
Here you go.
Here, why don't you go ahead and introduce your side?
Yeah, sure. So red team, that's going to be Phoenix Rising Amethyst. It's once again going to be Boom Nuzlocke, this time on Johanna. Sayus on Artanis. Jurassic Monk will be playing Water Dragon, I hope. Yahtzee on Vala. And Rewind on Genji.
All right. Thank you, Rek. And for the Nexus Cats, we've got Arthanau on Raynor, Mark Zombie on Jaina, Turd Herder on the main tank Blaze, Lulu on Anduin, and Shadowguard reprising his role on the Leoric. And it'll be interesting to see if Leoric is as big of a menace in this game as he was in game number 1.
We'll see. It worked out spectacularly for them in game 1. So I'd like to see it again.
Yeah, and Lily's a little bit more mobile, but that's not really going to help you if you get stuck in an entomb. I don't feel like she has the defensive capability that the Stukov had, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It was a good pickup. So if you haven't already done so, the vote should be out there in chat for another brief moment.
And it's over.
There are 3 votes, and they're all for the Nexus Cats, so chat is fully behind the Nexus Cats tonight.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Genji getting that rotation up, trying to help out with the Leoric, but not able to really get a whole lot in there. The Jet Propulsion coming in from Turd is going to lock down the Genji, but again, there's no damage here. So Rainer's heading down into the bottom to maybe try to help get a gank onto the Vala.
So what do you see, Aero? Talents? What are you looking at?
So we've got the bold strategy again. Amateur opponent coming from Raynor. Not Raynor, Artanis. There's the Raynor, and they do get that kill. So some great patience out of Arthanau to wait for that Vala to actually start heading up and get that first blood.
Wow. Genji's gonna rotate down. Actually, Mark Zombie's low, so Genji could finish that. Sure, if Mark Zombie's not careful, but I think he's not aware, but wary.
Yeah, we'll see. Moving forward to drop this Blizzard on the lane could be a death sentence.
And then Genji showed first.
But Rewind doesn't quite have the patience of the Raynor.
He does not have the patience. His brother, Hanzo.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that voice ever again.
So what else do we have? So we've got Oil Dispersal, we've got Neural Stim Pack here, so faster ability cooldowns for the Blaze, Fingers of Frost for Jaina, as they do pick up the Nexus Cats, the Bruiser camp there.
Yep.
And Vala is working on that siege camp here, timing it out so that it's going to be moving in that bot lane while the top curse, tribute, whatever is available.
Tribute is going on. Yeah, it's getting late, Aero. I understand. It's way past your bedtime. Ooh.
Indeed.
I'll stay a while and cast game 3.
So level 6 to level 5, very close on the XP, although PRA is still a little bit... Now, Artanis doing the Blade Swap, but does get into a Chastise.
Wow. Okay. So, Tank Lulu, I guess. Or Tank Anduin, excuse me. I guess.
Tankuin?
Tankuin. Oh, my goodness. Just going ahead and just chastising Artanis, saying, nah, you're not coming. Because the rest of the team is too busy clearing middle. Not that that's wrong, just they were busy doing it.
Yep. And they are going to get a little bit of value out of this siege camp in the bot lane here, getting about half of this tower already. Jaina should be able to clean that up pretty simply, though.
Relatively simply and safe.
And already the next tribute coming up. These tributes are spawning quickly. Level 7's available for both teams here. So we do have some varying builds here. So Vala going with Hot Pursuit, but then also taking the Puncturing Arrow. And then the Vault, of course, to give that additional attack. But Jaina's going to get caught here. Turd Herder getting that jet propulsion in is going to get 3 stuns. Genji leaping over the wall, and Turd's kind of stuck in an island here, but does get pulled out by Lulu with that Leap of Faith. Shadowguard coming in with the life drain, and now Jaina in the back line, but so is Shadowguard. So this is a little bit of a like front line versus back line on both sides.
Actually, Genji's gonna look out for that Leoric. Doesn't quite get the kill on him with the Swift Strike, but it's still good for him because PRA is gonna go ahead and tribute. So there he goes.
That's 1 for 1 now. Johanna rather, very low on mana, so expect to see something happening there with the tap or something. Big swap going out, but no significant follow-up. And that's the one thing that, you know, PRA doesn't have this game that they've had in other games. They have basically no lockdown until they get level 10 for Johanna, assuming that they take Blessed Shield. So, you know, the Artanis swap, you know, only gets so much value.
Right.
But between Vala and Artanis, they should be able to melt down a boss pretty quickly. So, and bosses are pretty value on this map.
And there's some nice damage on Rewind in the bottom lane. Not a whole lot, but enough to make him a little scared to soak.
Yep, and Leoric having to go back between Artanis and Vala. Rewind.
Oh!
Wow, that auto attack following him all the way to the fort. But this tribute's coming up, and Nexus Cats are pretty far away.
Yeah, it's coming up in a couple of seconds now, but actually, it doesn't look like PRA is too close either. Uh-oh, here comes Johanna, actually kind of walk into 5 members of Nexus Cats. Pops that Laws of Hope at level 1. That's still getting absolutely pounded by the whole team, just dumping all their damage into her. Swap onto Lulu is gonna prevent any further channeling, but it's looking like they're just trying to get out at this point.
Yeah, they did get the stall, and level 10's now coming up for Nexus Cats, so if PRA doesn't step away from this, and there's that level 10.
Oh dear, and I expected so much more.
Alarak has joined us, but they do get the wall mid lane. You know, so the PRA does have a little bit of value in the mid lane. In the bot lane, they also have most of that. But in the top lane, Nexus Cats have gotten the wall. They've gotten about half of that fort down as well. So currently the structure game's slightly in favor of the Nexus Cats.
I think Leoric knows that too, like that there's no one really nearby, save Artanis coming now, but I think he's aware that he could just take this fort for free right about now. And leaves, because Shadowguard is Leoric.
And that's pretty solid for them to get set up now. Shadowguard is by himself walking into a group of PRA.
A Lily Bush.
Yeah, a Lily Gang
Bush.
Bush.
In which neither of them react.
They were like, yeah, whatever. So here we go, 5-on-5. Jet propulsion is coming in. There's the Blessed Shield. No, not yet. Ring of Frost with the Entomb here. And Lily throwing those jugs out. Genji coming back with the Dragon Blade, trying to bring down Turd Herder. And there's the blind. Not able to finish Leoric. Never mind. The Blade Dash is going to do it. Turd dropping the bunker, and Jet propulsion's out. But at least so far, this looks like that kill is going to allow PRA to get the second tribute.
Pretty even. And actually, I think that bottom fort might be in trouble from Nexus Cats. That siege camp is going to do a lot of work to that. Although the minion wave did just come and kill one of them, so maybe not.
Yeah, it looks like Jaina's going to make it there before that starts getting any damage there. But they do get the mid value. They get the
Yes.
well in mid. So, you know, if we're talking trading some structures, I think that so far anyways, that's slightly in favor there of Nexus Cats. But PRA, recognizing Jaina's in the bot lane, is going to get started on this top boss.
Yeah, and I don't think Nexus Cats is any bit the wiser on it. They're kind of just soaking it up. Not a bad thing, but they just don't know.
Yeah, my guess is that as they were in the middle of that camp, they were probably like, you know what, they're probably on boss.
Yeah.
But that camp will help to defend the boss too.
At least a bit, yeah. Unfortunately, this is in bottom lane, the next one. They might even... I was thinking of something here. It's gutsy and kind of scary, but maybe... No, I don't even want to say it.
Okay.
I was going to say, like, give up the curse? And, because, I don't know, man. In my games, man, I see more value in the second curse. But that's really, really ballsy. And go for boss instead is what I was trying to go for. But Big Entomb going to land on actually 4 members of PRA. And look at that. All those health bars disappearing. Vala, Lili, Artanis, all going down. Looks like Johanna's going to be following suit very quickly. I'm wondering if they don't just boss now. And no.
They
Might as well just
definitely,
take the tribute.
they could definitely go grab that boss and then grab tribute and have all the value. I mean, there was still 20 seconds for all those heroes to be up. They have pretty decent burn on the boss between Jaina and Raynor. Let's show those level 13s, in fact. But they didn't, and that's okay. That gives them the opportunity to go to the boss after the curse. They've spread out so that they can get the mid and bottom forts, keep that pressure going. They know that level 13s aren't here. And we'll see, you know, how this works out for them as 4 of PRA coming into the mid to defend this. OMFG, please censor this for younger viewers. Oh no! Oh, once again, a huge Entomb plus Jet propulsion getting 3, I think. Although it looked like Vala maybe got out.
Late bomb.
And they're just comboing these CCs. They're doing a fantastic job of it. And that's going to be another 3 kills. Make it 4?
Oh!
Do they get the 4th? They do.
Oh my god, a beautiful chastise from Anduin, followed up by the, Jet propulsion from Blaze. I think this is a mid-keep arrow. It might even be a bottom wall for sure, but mid-keep.
Yeah, that's definitely a keep, and that's still so much pressure. You know, I don't think they push to end. They're not quite 16. It looks like they're going to come down and get this bottom keep, though. And that is a huge amount of value out of a first curse.
Yes.
But we're going back into a fight. Jaina has no mana. Jet propulsion in. There goes the keep. And Genji is with the team. So this is 5-on-5. Level 16's available here. Genji going in hard. Recognizing that pretty much everybody on the Nexus Cats has no mana. At least anybody that he was chasing.
I know. Shadow Guard PogChamp. Yeah, Shadow Guard is pulling out that Shweoric that we all know and love from Season 6. Oh my goodness.
And right now, this is, you know, if you're PRA, what you have to do, you have to be more spread out. You can't have 3 people getting stuck in the Entomb and then have a Jet propulsion getting, you know, so much value into that. You know, they've got to be spread out, and then from there they have to save whoever gets Entombed, right? I mean, that was the same problem they had in game 1. Genji jumping over the wall.
Ooh.
That happened.
It's okay. He had agile dismount.
Yes, he did.
I don't think he realized that Turd Herder was right there. Maybe he thought everyone was
Yeah.
on the boss. I wasn't looking at his vision. I was looking at everyone's vision.
Wreck.
Yes.
Genji had the fastest movement speed of the game. He popped over that wall and instantly went back to his core. Oh, but Johanna getting caught by the Entomb uses her Iron Skin, but now Light Bomb going out and Lily gets interrupted. And Lily's pretty quick, so she may actually make it out of this. But
Yeah, I
with a
think
boss
so, too.
coming and a full wave of heroes coming from the Nexus Cats. Never mind, Lily doesn't make it out.
Yeah, the GG's already being called by Nostalk,
I mean,
Nostalk.
I would wait. If I'm PRA, they do have a lot of boss kill damage if they get in on this. They've got the Artanis and Vala, so right now the damage is coming out onto Vala, so she's in a lot of danger there. The bunker.
The quintuple. Whoa, the bunkie. That's 5 flamethrowers on one Genjiri boy. And Vala's actually the next one. That was definitely a little toasty. Arthur's actually getting low. It's not gonna matter though. This has to be game.
And it looks like that is going to be game number 2, going over to the Nexus Cats. Starting out Season 8 strong with their first win of the season. We'll show up these talents. Now, Rek, I gotta tell you, 17 kills to 1 makes a pretty fantastic case for a main tank plays, wouldn't you think?
I think so too. I'm starting to like it. I was really doubtful at first, or yeah, doubtful is the word. At first about it, but you know, like in more recent days, I gotta say I like it. I really do.
Yeah, that went really well. It comboed really fantastically with the Leoric Entombs. Just really able to set the stage for huge combos. You know, in game 1 they really focused on isolating and killing the Stukov. In this game they didn't have to. They just said, you know what, we'll just get a group of you together. So, all right, so we are going to go ahead and grab an interview here. So let's go over to the Nexus Gaming series and hop into one of those lobbies.
Sure.
Let's go to lobby 5. Number 5 is alive.
Okay. Guess how many fingers I have?
Is it 5?
On one hand, 5.
Well, there
Lobby
you go.
5.
Howdy.
Well, hello
Oh.
there.
Hello.
Oh, we've got all kinds of people joining us up in here. So that is Arthanau and Lulu coming in from the Nexus Cats. You guys may recognize some of those voices from other areas in the Nexus Gaming series, but welcome. Glad that you could join us tonight, and congratulations, starting off the season strong with a victory.
Well, thank you. It was we've had a rough patch for a little bit, so it felt nice to start off with the win.
Absolutely, and I was I was a little bit surprised on some of the picks tonight, so it was pleasant to see some of those adjustments made as you guys did with your draft and some of those. So let's talk a little bit about that. So do you guys let's see, how do I put this in terms that don't make me get banned? I don't know. You guys love banning Sylvanas. I hate Sylvanas as both a character and as a character in Heroes of the Storm. I'm happy to see her banned and deleted. But tell me about your philosophy on the Sylvanas ban, because that was pretty much the most consistent thing you guys had across everything tonight, was just saying no Sylvanas.
Yeah, so in our scouting, we came to the conclusion that they probably wanted to go for an aggressive style. So we figured with them taking us to Battlefield of Eternity, the thing they wanted to do was pretty much get ahead and stay ahead. We kind of saw that in Game 2 with the Dahaka pick. So we were afraid Sylvanas would kind of lean into that philosophy of snowballing.
Yeah,
and we
absolutely.
hate the hero.
Yeah, right? Like, they're just some heroes that, you wouldn't mind if they weren't around in the game and or ever. Just throwing it out there. I'm not going to be complaining when we get the opportunity to kill Sylvanas in World of Warcraft.
Oh, for sure.
Wow, spoiler.
Yeah, just well, I'm assuming. I mean, come on. So Turd isn't here today, but obviously you guys talk to him on the regular. So who is Turd's favorite tank and why is it Arthas?
Actually, that's my favorite tank, and he's the victim of that.
His favorite tank is actually Rhaegar, but we told him he can't do that yet.
Fair enough. But I did notice a little bit of a change in direction on the tank in the third game. So when did you guys decide that main tank Blaze was the way to go?
How long ago did the game end?
Oh,
so a few minutes before that.
I was going to say, so you decided, after the games had already started, that was the way to go?
Yeah. No, in draft, we were saying that we kind of felt main tank Blaze here abused the chokes. The slows, the oil spills, real abusive there. Turd is a big fan of the Blaze. It's a very spicy turd. So it just kind of felt good in the moment.
Makes sense. And, Rek and I have different opinions on who was MVP in game number 1. My pick for MVP on that was Shadow Guard. And, honestly, I think that comes out in game number 3 as well. The Leoric play was absolutely fantastic. In game number 1, isolating the Stukov and just really making it a horrible time for them on that. And then Rek, who you said yours was somebody else.
I did. I said it was Arthano. It was the Rainer in game 1, I think, personally. Game 3, yeah, Leoric for sure. But game 1, I would say it was Rainer. Yeah.
It's gonna go straight to his head. You made a
That's
mistake.
I already have an ego, thanks.
Well, and to be fair, I mean, the Rainer play was fantastic. Certainly, Rainer's a hero that doesn't get the opportunity to be super flashy usually. But really in a couple of opportunities there, you were able to get kills onto the the Muradin, the Hanzo, kills from a mile away. Even in that last game, the kill on Genji in the bot lane, where everybody's like, oh, Genji's fine. Nope. Rainer's bullet just following the, the Swift
Yeah, at one
strike.
point he chased Hanzo for a mile away. Like, where are you? He's like, oh, Hanzo's dead now.
Yep. And so, Hung Fu called out for a Lulu Lili in game 2. Obviously, we didn't get to see that because they took Lili from you. So, did that bother you? Were you looking forward to playing some Lili tonight and showcasing a good Water Dragon match for Recyclic?
In my heart, I always want to play Lily. But, doesn't always work that way. There's other healers out there.
Fair enough. So there was a bit of a break between game number 2, game number 3. Game number 2, you guys evened out the score. I guess you could say they evened out the score. We'll say that you let them have that point to make it an exciting game 3 match, right? That's how that works out?
Sure.
But you
We
came
just
back with a
really
vengeance.
needed to pee, so we wanted the game to end.
For what it's worth, I appreciated that. But so what was your your coach's speech in the locker room for that 5 minutes? What did you guys
He was in a
come up
match.
with? I didn't mean literally your coach. I mean hey, we're going to the locker room. We have 5 minutes. What do we say to make sure that we win this game? How did that go for you guys?
I can tell you exactly how this went down. So, Boom No Slock, I'm sorry for listening to this, and I just butchered that. He messaged me and said 5-minute break, and I was like, oh yeah. So I sat down. I was like, I'm gonna go get a corn dog and pee and rejuvenate up. Felt good for game 3.
So let me make sure that I'm understanding the inspiration. Basically, what you said is that you decided to lighten the load, and that would allow all of your players to wiggle their fingers faster and make their skill shots more accurate. Basically,
Precisely.
I
Hey,
went
you know what?
and
It works.
pet my cats. And, got back in that cat mindset.
Ah, there you go. There you go. Well, I do have to say, using the poll feature in Twitch, at game number 2, there were all of 3 votes. Game number 2, you guys had 2 out of the 3 votes. Game number 3, though, you got 100% of the 3 votes. So chat was very well behind you tonight.
Thank you to the 3 people in chat. We love you.
Rec, I know you always have a long list of questions, so let's go ahead and get to your questions before we give them the opportunity for shoutouts.
Sure, why not? So, number 1, when you noticed that they didn't take Water Dragon and took the 1,000 cups, it actually got a lot of value for them. So, do you guys find it difficult to pick one per? Like, you know, the rings were always there. Like, it landed. I think all of them landed more or less. But whenever they land on multiple heroes, did you guys have an issue finding like the right target to hit? Because I noticed, you know, you get Dahaka and I don't know, I don't even remember. We'll say Dahaka and Lily, and I kind of noticed the damage is split. Is there like, is it like difficult to find that one person, or was the healing just that good?
So, I gotta give a shout out to Monk on the Lily. He had absolutely phenomenal positioning, and it was really, really difficult to get to him. So it was, the call was typically Lily, but Dahaka was very much in the way.
Got you.
There was some very good protection right there from Phoenix Rising.
Yeah, I could never see in team fights because I was isolated by Dahaka.
Oh,
So I have no idea what
good point.
happened in most of them.
That's a good point that I did not think about. Huh. All right. And there's got to be one more question I can think of. Okay, so I really liked the boss sniff out in game 2. Now, that was probably my favorite moment in the night, to be honest. Was it just? Did it just feel like that obvious to you? Like, you know, the arrow just came immediately. You know, like. Was this like a, oh, they're there, go, go, go kind of moment?
Yeah, it was one of those where, wow, there's an awkward amount of time where they have not shown on the map. I'm gonna press R and see what happens.
Yeah, we had seen them we'd seen Li Ming mid when we went down to take the, and then they all just disappeared and they never came for us. Like, well, they've got to be on the top boss.
So it wasn't actually Li Ming that you saw mid. Li Ming was actually the first one on the boss, because she was up in the top lane quickly. But just a clarification. But yeah, it was definitely a fantastic play by you guys to get in there and steal that away. And I mean, there were some opportunities that you guys had in that game. It certainly looked like it could have gone either direction.
Game 2 was wild. That's why we needed a break.
Yep. Well, you know what? You guys have started off really well in this season, and that, you know, you can only get better from this point. So, you know, again, congrats. Any shout outs before we take off?
Sure, I'll start. You know, shout out to my team, I guess. Mark Zombie, I know you're listening. I'm shouting you out in particular. Greek Superman, I see you in the chat. Of course, I'll have your baby. And that's it.
All right, Lulu?
Shout out to the team. Shout out to Mr. Hero of the Storm for casting, and Pokemon Champion Recyclic for co-casting.
How could I forget? Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
And for everyone that came by and watched, and also to Phoenix Rising Gemstone that we just played.
Amethyst.
The purple one.
Is Amethyst purple?
Yes.
The more you know. That explains why their tag is purple in Discord.
Good deal. Well, thanks for joining us tonight, you guys. Have a good night, and good luck on your next matchup.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
All right.
Okay.
Are you there, Rec? There you go, buddy. I went back to our cameras. Welcome back, Rec. So everybody, that's gonna do it for our live cast. And Rec is gonna take the rest of the evening off, but we're gonna come back in a few minutes and do a replay cast of the Zul'jin Distillery and whoever they played. It's a newer team. I'm pulling it up right now. Let's see, Zul'jin Distillery and One More Fight. So they played earlier tonight, and so we're going to go ahead and grab those replays real quick, save them, and update all of the details. So come back in about 5 minutes for that. Rek, anything you wanted to say to the people at home before you go and enjoy your sleepy night?
Yes. Thanks for coming out, guys. It's always good up in the stormy Aero area. Give me a follow if you feel like. I'm on Twitch, I'm on Twitter, I'm on everything. RECYCHIC, that's Repsychic. Yeah, I had a good time. That was just Hellcast number 1, my guys. There's gonna be plenty more this season. I can feel it. So I'll be around. Shoot me a DM if you like. We can talk about Pokemon that just came out a couple of weeks ago. We're having a great time with that. So yeah, that's all I got to say, Aero.
All right. Well, I appreciate you stopping by with me here, Rek. Everybody else, we'll be back in about 5 minutes as we get set up for the next round here. So don't go anywhere.